Hello, it's Tony Mike Revlin coming to you from Chicago. As usual, I got a few clips, but we're going to start with Jonathan Schuster. It's old. And who sent it to me? Let me see if I can find that real quick. Oh, good Lord. It's Zerzuz Zaquin or whatever. I don't know. I can't pronounce your name, but thank you. Left it in Discord. Anyway, this jerk, I just did one the other day. I'll put a link to the one I did like 2 days ago. This guy, he's the Samoan guy with the he looks like a geisha with this weird hair. Anyway, he's a real jackwagon. I've done one on him before, but I don't think I've done this one. Then I've got some other ones. We'll talk about that as we go. Let's get this thing started. Oh, but the question is he up tomorrow or Tuesday? Let me know. Anita Shot saying he's up tomorrow or Tuesday. I've got another SovCit over in O'Donnell Tuesday for trial. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We might have dueling SovCits on Tuesday. Whatever. Let's get going, shall we?
Next, we can address Jonathan Schuster. This is for arraignment 4A052.
I don't remember doing this, but if I did, I'm doing it again. And that's that.
25748.
Get ready. It's painful.
Come on up, sir. You have his, go ahead and have a seat, please. His rights at arraignment.
My honor. So for the record, I've made this special visitation under duress pertaining to the matters of Jonathan Troy, Faifo Leaso Maliatoa Schuster. For I am beneficiary, I am sovereign, I am man, the flesh lives, the blood flows. I am a non-U.S. citizen, American national.
He is the most punchable guy on the face of the planet. He really is.
I am sui juris imperfecta persona. I reserve all rights. I do not understand the status, and so I ask you.
All right, who's worse, this guy or Chili? Both stupid, both obnoxious. Who's worse? That's a tough one.
Ma'am, what is your name? What is your nationality, and what is your status?
I'm Judge Grant. I am a citizen. I'm the judge in this court. You are here subject to appropriate jurisdiction. So you are here for an arraignment. You've been charged with a crime. Today, you will be asked to enter a plea.
Ma'am, I object because a citizen cannot sit a bench, ma'am.
So I'm going to go through the information. It looks like you have been charged with driving with
a citizen can't sit at bench. Not only is it just wrong, what's the phrase? Sit at bench. It's just so stupid, and then attempting to sound smart at the same time. No, there's no condition that judges can't be citizens. In fact, there probably is a condition that you have to be a citizen. I don't know about that, but it's not like it doesn't bar you. I think every judge I've ever been in front of is a citizen.
Suspended license, driving without a required ignition interlock device, refusal to comply, not having proper registration on the vehicle, expired over 2 months, and then there was also a driving violation. Wheels were off the roadway. Last two are infractions. So,
ma'am, jurisdiction cannot be proven unless status is established. You have not established status, and so if you cannot do that, I challenge the jurisdiction. And if jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this case with prejudice.
That would be denied. So I am going to, at this time, review for probable cause.
Object. Again, I've challenged the jurisdiction, and jurisdiction must be
It's
proven.
not going to happen today. Today
Jurisdiction
we're
must be proven.
to hear the charges, and I will be reviewing for probable cause, and then we'll make a determination as to whether or not you will remain in custody. And I will hear from the prosecutor as to that.
And if you violate my rights even further, ma'am, as well as the officer and the sergeant that violated my rights, who are also going to be getting sued, it would just add to that. And
Oh no, you're gonna sue other people and get laughed out of court again? This guy's dying to be violated.
You
don't
can do
think
that,
that
but
you
right
need-
now
you
can
need
you
to go
stop
that route.
talking while I review this incident report. Okay, so this is authored by Brandon Carlsrud, signed under penalty of perjury. All right, I do find probable cause with the charges. I will be entering not guilty, please.
ma'am, you cannot practice law from the bench. I object.
Noted.
You cannot enter a plea for somebody. That is, practicing bench from the
Unless you
law.
want to enter a plea of guilty, today there'll be a plea of not guilty. Understand you are objecting.
Ma'am, I
to-
object. I challenge the jurisdiction.
Okay, he's got a point. She's practicing bench from the law. That right there is rock solid. Just shut up, dude.
Jurisdiction has not been proven. Status has not been proven or established. And once again, you haven't even established, your nationality or your status. I am a non-U.S. citizen, American national by way of America Samoa. I reserve all my rights.
Is this something that we need to consider a competency evaluation for?
We may need to consider ordering ability to proceed, but we need to look at ADR. It looks like you have a driver's license that recently expired.
To question my competency because I'm establishing status and asking you to prove jurisdiction is outrageous. And so
Evoking is good. I give him credit for knowing that it's wrong. He was looking for invoking. He couldn't find that. But does that stop him from his condescending BS? No. His absolute lack of grasp of the English language doesn't slow him down. He continues on.
again, if jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this with prejudice based on the grounds that you cannot prove jurisdiction.
That is a
Right,
good
I've
idea.
reviewed this. You were driving in the city of Lake Forest Park. You were violating
Again,
the laws.
I was not driving. Again, I have rights.
You were
And
behind.
my rights were violated.
Traveling.
My rights were violated. My right to travel freely unencumbered was violated. There was no emergency in which the officer needed to put on his red and blue lights. And so, again, if status cannot be set, jurisdiction cannot be proven, I move to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
That's denied. So you've made your record. Right now, I'm going to directly appoint counsel from the bench. Ms. McDonald.
Again, I am
you.
sui juris in propria persona. I stand on my 2 feet. I'm in my proper person. And so I reserve all.
I stand on my 2 feet. Another one for basic English camp. Okay. Here's how it works. One of those things is called a foot. 2 or more, the plural of foot is feet. And then there's no word feet. Well, at least not in that sense.
My rights.
I understand that, and I've acknowledged that. I'm not dismissing your case today. I'm going to hear from Ms. McDonald as to the city's position on release.
Yes, Your Honor, I am going to be asking that the bail remain the same. It looks like it's currently set at $2,000. I do have some concern regarding his willingness and ability to reappear if he was released on his own recognizance, as well as concerned about community safety and risk of reoffending, given his temperament in the court today.
And Your Honor, Mr. Schuster would ask the court to release him on his own recognizance. These are not violent offenses. I don't see that he has any convictions for violent offenses. There was an assault from 2021 that was dismissed. He may have a view of the law that is different than the city's, but that in itself does not indicate that he won't come to court or that he would in any way try to subvert court proceedings. So we'd ask the court to release him on standard conditions.
Well, the court can consider whether or not Mr. Schuster is likely to reappear for future court hearings. What I hear from him today is that he completely objects to this court having any jurisdiction. I don't have a good faith basis that Mr. Schuster will return if I were to release him.
So right there, as frustrated as you get watching this, that's where she smacks him. She just smacked him right there. There's his sanction. Because based on his behavior, I don't believe that he'll come back, and therefore I'm not giving him a PR bond. So as frustrating as it is, you want to see him held in contempt, or you want to see him slap a ball gag on him, preferably after being tased. I understand it. I feel the same way. But she did just smack him right there.
I do see that he has a prior conviction for DUI. He's on a deferred prosecution at this time in Seattle Municipal Court. He's
Thank
not
you.
complying with conditions if he's driving without a license and driving without a required ignition interlock device. Also, indication that Mr. Schuster will not abide the court's orders to appear on his promise. I want to look at the Seattle municipal case and see when he's next scheduled to
Like you
appear.
had mentioned too, in 2021, same situation, or not same situation, a situation occurred in which they tried to charge me. They didn't have jurisdiction. It was dismissed. And again,
Yeah, keep barking, little doggy. You're still going back to your pod.
I don't want any charges against me because I do have the deferral, which would obviously violate that deferral. And so I will make any visitations, special visitations to the court to handle any matters pertaining to Jonathan Troy Faifale, also Maliatoa Schuster. I'm a man, I'm free, and I want it to stay that way.
I do see it looks like he's got at least 3 prior warrants. He has 2 priors out of Benton County, 1 out of Lower Kittitas.
Which have all
The
been cleared
previous warrants history.
And throughout this process of going to courts, I've had to learn a lot. And so I know it's no game to just not show and make visitations. That's not what I want to do. And again, jurisdiction does need to be proven, whether it's today or another date. And if you want to violate my rights even further by not releasing me on my own recognizance, ma'am, was it Jennifer Grant? Then, like I had mentioned earlier, you, along with the officer and sergeant, who are already going to be getting sued, I mean, there's no need to add you as well, especially when you know the law.
I do.
Yeah, there's no need to add her because you don't have a claim. There's no need to make the other claim either. And if you do, you'll just get, dismissed and probably sanctioned, although you don't have anything, so you don't care.
I don't see another date set until February 12th of 2025 in the Seattle.
In Seattle Municipal Court.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Schuster, I have to do what I believe is appropriate in this case, and that is to set bail, and any threats to sue me or to take any action against me, I can't be swayed by that. So
It's not a threat. It's just what it is. Because my
Absolutely.
rights have been violated, and if my rights are going to be furthermore violated.
$2,000.
Yeah, it is what it is. It's your stupid gruntings that mean nothing. Nobody cares. You don't have any merits behind your claim, and it will not go anywhere. Shut your hole. You're just embarrassing yourself further, if that's even possible.
I do not believe that you will respond to the court's order to come back. I do base that upon the conduct in this case, as well as the prior FTA history. So bail will be $2,000. If you're able to post bail, you are to return for
Suffer, bish.
your next court date. You are to have no criminal law violations. You're not to drive unless you have a valid license and insurance. And
When are you setting that court date, miss?
Required by the Department of Licensing. You are, you will be represented because I'm going to assign counsel.
I am sui juris in propria persona. I present myself. I don't need to be represented by anybody. I stand on my own 2 feet.
These are criminal charges that have significant consequences for you. So it's in your best interest to have counsel.
Again, I
assist
stand
you.
on my own 2 feet. I do not need to be represented by anybody. I present myself sui juris in propria persona.
If you want to be your own counsel, you'll have to go through a full colloquy and waive all your rights to have representation. It's your constitutional right.
I do not accept being represented by anybody. Again, I present myself. I am beneficiary. I am sovereign. I am an American national, a non-U.S. citizen American national by way of America Samoa, like I had mentioned earlier. I reserve my rights, and I do not need to be represented by anybody.
All right. The time for trial expiration is 8/9/24.
Again, if you are practicing law from the bench and putting a plea in for me, I object to that. You cannot practice law from the bench.
Next court date will be, let's see.
We want to try for next Wednesday or even the week after that.
Well, next Wednesday's a holiday, so the 18th, which is pretty full. So I was going to set this on June 24th. That's 2 weeks out.
Yep, that works.
So for the record, you have not established status, you have not proven jurisdiction, and you're denying my rights. Is that correct?
I don't know what you think would establish my status, but I do have status to sit in this court.
You are a U.S. citizen. A U.S. citizen cannot sit a bench.
Sign for your next court date.
You're asking me to sign something that you pleaded for me. Is that
Yes, I'm
correct?
giving you notice of the conditions that I have set as well as bail.
You said,
I'm
yes,
noting
you
that
pleaded
I
for
found
me.
Probable cause. If you are able to post that bail and get out of custody, those are my expectations that you will come back on that court date and that you will abide by the conditions that I have imposed. Those are being ordered today. So that is what's happening today. And we are giving you that notice. You can refuse to sign that notice, and we'll note that you were provided a copy in writing and that you refused to sign.
I do not understand.
Which part of it do you not understand that you have a
I
piece
do
of
not
paper
understand how
with
you can
the
practice
document?
law from the bench.
I'm the judge and I am setting the conditions.
Well, you also entered a plea for me, correct?
What we're doing at arraignment is the plea is being entered. You're not pleading guilty, so on your behalf, I'm entering a not guilty plea.
So, correct, you
cannot-
are pleading for me,
There's
correct?
two pleas.
And if you
Not
plead
guilty
for me,
or
you're
guilty.
practicing law from the bench. You cannot practice law from the bench, so I object.
Right.
You're-
I'm going to give you that piece of paper and we're done with your hearing today. We will see you in 2 weeks. Okay?
Jennifer
Okay.
Grants, you will be
Okay.
taken further.
Oh no. Well, Alyssa sent me a link. Apparently, I did do this 8 months ago. It doesn't matter. Guess what? I just did it again. Oops, I did it again. I did indeed.
Matter with Robert Pearl?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, 5HC 5 Capital, Senior versus Robert Pearl, 24-09235. Yes, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Rania Haddad.
This is kind of fun. Who did I poach this from? Court Cam. Link in the description.
P84927 for Plato.
Is Robert Pearl here?
That's me right here.
Also on my
I called you
Discord.
guys, why are you back there?
Thank you.
Did it work before? I thought you did. You know how this works. Okay. State your name for the record.
Robert Pearl III.
Today was the date set for a hearing for non-payment of rent. Did you all come to resolution?
Your Honor, I spoke with the defendant. However, we are unable to come up with a resolution at this point. There's a rent retained of $5,870.89. Attorney fees and costs of $172.85 for a total redemptive amount of $6,043.74. The last time we received payment was in May of 2024, Your Honor. The defendant does not contest the amount due and owing, just is requesting some time to pay, but we don't have any indication of any legal aid representing him or any financial
This is Casey Smokey's fault.
assistance forthcoming. And so we would be seeking a judgment today, Your Honor, for that total balance due and owing today.
I have no idea what happened.
Okay, Mr. Young, this is an eviction for non-payment of rent. Do you have a lawful reason why you haven't turned over your rent?
Yes, ma'am. I've had some financial difficulties. And I spoke.
My question was not, do you have a reason? I used a very important word. Do you have a lawful reason? So the law allows you to withhold your rent if there is maybe a condition with the property that makes your property uninhabitable and you're going to escrow your rent with the court while they resolve it. That's what I'm asking you. Is there some reason why you haven't paid your rent? You having financial difficulty does not, under the law, give me reason to let you stay in their property. So you're not disputing that you owe the amount that they're saying you owe?
I'm not disputing the amount that I owe,
Okay.
but I've been staying there with no heat at all.
Okay.
First of all,
Why do you not have any heat?
I don't know. My heat is out. My heat's been not working since last year.
Do you notify them that you didn't have any heat?
A couple of times I notified
How
them.
did you notify?
Just by letting them know.
I
And then
get it. I get that.
And then I put it,
Letting them know was notifying. It's the same thing. How did you let them know?
Deal.
I let them know in writing.
Okay.
That was several months ago. That was about like the beginning of October. And I haven't put in another notice since then.
So you notified them in October that you were without heat, and so you went the whole winter without heat?
Yes, ma'am.
How did you stay warm?
I stole
What?
stove
Stove.
stove
You used
in
the
my
stove
kitchen.
to heat the entire unit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any other conditions of the property that you're concerned about?
Um,
That was awkward. He was saying stove. She took it as stole. So did I. You know.
not really. No, just the heat.
You said you notified them in writing in October?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you follow up with them?
I didn't hear that, ma'am. What'd you say?
Did you follow up with them when you didn't get any maintenance on the heat?
Well, I talked to the maintenance man. I've known, we've been through 8 managers in 40 years that I've been a resident at Capital Commons. We've been through numbers of maintenance men since I've been at Capital Commons.
When you followed up with the maintenance man about the heat, what did he say?
He said he'll get to it.
And he never came?
No, ma'am.
Did you follow up with anybody else?
No, ma'am. Except for the manager. We've been through several managers. Here's their 8th manager right here.
So you told the manager you didn't have,
Not this man, not this.
you told the manager you didn't have any heat?
Yes, not this lady here.
Okay, I get
I
that.
didn't speak to her.
But whoever the manager was at the time, you told them that you didn't have any heat?
Yes, ma'am.
What did the manager say to you?
They will get to it.
Oh, they also, they'll get to it. Okay.
Obviously, there's something wrong with management. If you've been through 8 managers in 40 years, they come like opening the door and closing the door.
Your Honor, my
Okay.
client is here and she can address any issues that were just presented to the court.
What's your name, ma'am?
Maya Champlin.
In my defense, Britney Spears wasn't bad looking before electricity.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give us the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury.
Yes.
Okay. And you're the property manager for this unit?
Yes.
Okay. You can question your.
Yes. What is your position? You indicated to the court it was the
Yeah.
property manager, correct? Yes. How
Also
long have you been the
the bad
property
idea,
manager for? Since January. You heard the statements that Mr. Pearl made on the record with regards to the heat. Can you offer any information with regards to the heat? First and foremost, I would ask you the maintenance. What is the procedure to put in a work order or a request with management with regards to any potential repair issues or concerns? For example, the heat.
So work orders are located outside our office. You take a work order, fill it out, and then turn it into management, which then we would give to the maintenance man. Telling the maintenance man a work order, it doesn't work. You have to let us know so we can distribute it to them.
And to your knowledge, was there any work orders entered for Mr. Pearl with regards to the heat issue?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, and so generally, how long would it take if someone was to put in a request for any issue with regards to the heat? How long would it take to get somebody out there?
So heat is considered an emergency, so somebody would come within 24 hours.
Okay, so Your Honor, it seems a little bit convenient to me that there was no travel issue here, and that if heat is attributed to habitability, and if my client had received proper notice with regards to the heat, this is the first I'm hearing about it. I spoke with the defendant. He never indicated anything. Last hearing, there was no indication of heat. One would think that there would be an urgency to bring up any heat issues, regardless of what the status of the cases would be today. So
Does he have heat now?
No.
I'm asking.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Am I looking at you?
I'm sorry.
Oh, does he have heat, ma'am?
To my knowledge, I've not been in his unit.
He said he
but
put
to my
in
knowledge-
in writing a request for his heat to be repaired in October.
I have not seen that. I've been working with the properties.
Somebody's got to tell me if he's got heat. You got a maintenance man that can go in there today? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Just for the record. You
I'll
gonna-
be home.
No, I want him to go in right now while we're in court and see if you got heat.
I can send something right now.
Absolutely.
You want me to call him?
Off the record. Tell him to send you, turn the heat on and send you a video and tell you if the temperature goes up. We can wait. It's only 2:39. She's been here all day anyways. Rather than have you come back.
I appreciate that, Judge. Thank you.
Don't worry, this gets worse.
Return to the court with such urgency. I assume you were ready to proceed. Correct, counsel?
Yes, Judge, we are ready to proceed. Rania Haddad, P8497. For the plaintiff again, my client is sitting to my left. State your name for the record again. Maya Champlin.
Okay, I adjourn so that you could send someone into Mr. Pearl's unit because he has indicated today that he does not have any heat and has not had heat, at least since notifying you all in October. Does he have heat?
Your Honor, my client was able to send maintenance out there. We have a picture. What is this device called?
Thermometer, I don't know what the specific word was, but it detects the temperature if the heat is flowing down or not.
And so I'm looking at a picture indicating that the heat is at 101.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So there is indeed heat in the unit, Your Honor.
Now see?
May I approach?
Yes, thank you.
She said there is heat?
That's what she says.
No.
There's a thermometer here. It says it's at 101.6.
Your Honor, may I speak? I have not had no heat since October.
This guy's just a big liar and a scammer.
I swear on you God, I even have neighbors, relatives that see I had my stove and oven on. That's totally not true. I would like to have a hearing or something.
That's what we're here for today.
Okay, well, my heat was not working, period.
Okay,
I swear on my mom, my
where's
heat.
the proof, sir, that you don't have heat? Did your electric bill go or your gas bill go up or something? I'm not.
My electric bill, yes, my electric bill is in Capricorn's name.
Okay.
And my heat was not working, period.
It was not
Period.
working.
None whatsoever.
Okay. Well,
You could turn the dial up, right or left. And right or left is either
what's the
air
temperature
conditioning
in
or
your
heat.
unit?
Beg your pardon?
What is the temperature in your unit typically?
If I turned my stove off, we done had some cold days. I had to turn my stove, my burners on or my oven. And that's the truth. I swear to God. I wouldn't come here and lie. I don't have time for
Is there a
that.
picture of
And I don't want to I don't sleep with it on because
Yeah, you see, I think he would. That's the way I see it. I think he would. And I think the judge agrees with me.
at night when I'm asleep because I don't want the apartment to catch on fire.
Well, you shouldn't do it anyways. Is it a gas stove?
No, ma'am, electric.
How are you heating the house with electric burners on the stove?
I just turned the eye on like I was cooking. It's not totally the truth. It's not the truth at all. My heat has not been working since October.
You turn the eyes of the stove on and they heat your house?
Yes, my apartment. I have a one bedroom
I have
apartment.
an electric stove, but it doesn't heat mine.
Oh, yeah, it heats up pretty good.
No,
It
not
heats up pretty good.
the oven might heat you if you turn the oven on open, but the burners
Yes,
are
ma'am.
heating your house?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, oh,
Heats my apartment.
okay.
And I have something underneath my front door.
How much rent does he owe?
Respectfully, Judge, this doesn't pass the small test to me. It's $5,870.89. Attorney fees and costs of $172.85 for a total amount of $6,043.74. I'm requesting a hearing judgment today for that balance to be paid by 3/17/2025.
She just slips in. This doesn't pass the smell test, Judge. And the judge agrees with her.
Otherwise, the defendant would have to vacate.
And how much is this rent per month?
His monthly rent, Your Honor, it looks like it is $241. However, we have not received payment since 5/5/2024, and that was in the amount of $237.
When?
But 5/5/2024, that was in the amount of $237. But even with that paid, there was still a balance of $3,017.14.
Oh, so there was a payment in May of 2024, but he already had a balance of $3,000?
Correct.
And so it's $200 and something a month for his rent, so he hasn't really paid rent since when? Since 2023?
It looks like
2022?
it doesn't look like he hasn't caught up. I don't even see that he's been in a zero balance since April 30, 2023. He had a balance of $239, a starting balance of $239, but it looks
And
like
when? April?
April 30th of 2023, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Pearl, I don't believe for 1 minute that you've been living in a unit without heat in this winter, and that you notified them that you didn't have heat, and that they failed to come and fix the heat, and that you've been using an electric stove to turn it on and to heat your apartment. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you are operating in good faith. When you are operating in good faith, what you do is you come to the court if they don't fix your heat and you put your rent in escrow, but you have a balance that was accruing long before when you allege your heat was not working. Judgment is in favor of the plaintiff. Your rent date is the 17th. You need to pay the past due rent or vacate by the 17th.
Thanks a whole lot. My heat has been working since October. I know that much. You're lying.
I know you keep talking to
I
my
know
court
I'm
like
not
that.
lying.
I'll remand you for contempt of court.
I haven't done anything, but
You don't get to yell out in my courtroom.
I'm not, John, I'm sorry I wasn't
Five,
yelling, but I'm upset.
4, I don't care.
Do you have some paperwork?
He can have a seat out there and wait for his paperwork.
Thank you, Judge.
P00042. This is Ypsilanti Township versus Aaron David Burke.
Okay, that one was fun. Judge had enough of his crap. Just cut his ass right off entirely. I don't believe you, and don't yell in my court. Well done, Judge. Thank you for restoring, normalcy. This one is weird. This is just weird. I need my chat to weigh in and tell me what the hell is going on here.
Can I get appearances for the record, please?
Ashley Moe, an assistant public defender appearing on behalf of Mr. Burke. State your name, sir.
Aaron Davis Burke.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he looks odd and he kind of has this intense look, but I don't know if that's as much from the angle where he's sitting there. He's actually very polite throughout the hearing. I mean, he still looks like he's on the spectrum. I'm not going to lie, but that he's very polite throughout the hearing. I don't understand what's going on. I will ask you later. You need more info.
Apologies.
No problem. Thank you.
So today is the date and time set for an arraignment in this matter. Before we get started, Attorney Moten, did you want to address the plea?
Yes, if you may please read the charges in the complaint.
Okay, thank you. So this is a misdemeanor complaint that charges that on or about May 10th of 2022 at 1316 Rambling Road, you did make an assault or an assault and battery upon Jamel Alexander. That is a misdemeanor. It has a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail, a $500 fine plus court costs, or both. Do you understand all of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say out loud or in writing can be used against you in court. You have the right to be presumed innocent beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to a trial by judge or by jury. You have the right to be represented by an attorney during all stages of these court proceedings, that is before, during, and after trial. Also, if questioning were to take place by a police officer, you have the right to have an attorney with you before that questioning begins. You are not required to disclose citizenship status to the court, but you do have the right to consult with an attorney to see if this case would have any effect on your citizenship status. If that last part does not apply to you, then don't worry about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about your rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So, Attorney
I mean, I know you have to go through it as a matter of law, but he's one of ours. He's got a Michigan accent and the whole shooting match. That guy's born and bred in Michigan.
Moten, do you want to address the plea now and the bond, please?
I know.
Yes, Mr. Burke stands mute to the charges and requests a not guilty plea be entered. Regarding the bond, Mr. Burke does not have any recollection of the alleged incident, does not know who the complaining witness is. He is gainfully employed. He's a father. He has family support. He has no pending criminal cases, holds, not on probation or parole. He has no issues with standard bond conditions.
Okay, and that's where I don't get it. He says, I don't know this person. I know nothing about it. Nothing whatsoever. So we'll let it play out a little bit here, but I want to know, A, is he just lying? He could just be lying to the court. That's one good explanation. B, was he like intoxicated or something? Oh, by the way, this alleged incident takes place at his house. Like if there was a scuffle on the street and with a stranger, okay, fine, you don't know him. This is at his house. And he swears up and down, I don't know this person.
I want to reiterate, now that you know this person's name, you don't know who this is, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I
Okay,
did
so
no idea who that person is.
he has no issues with the no contact order or other standard bond conditions. He doesn't have any plans to leave the state of Michigan, but he does plan to go up north this afternoon with his family. Otherwise, he has no issues complying, and we're requesting a personal bond in this matter.
Okay, so up north, like the UP, you're not leaving Michigan?
No, I'm going to a cabin that's somewhere by a lake. We rented out.
Yeah, thanks for that. A cabin by a lake. That could be anywhere in the state of Michigan outside of Wayne County. Although I am from Michigan, he's pointing to his hand somewhere between about Grayling and Alpena, northern lower peninsula. By the way, that's perfectly acceptable thing to do in the state of Michigan. That's not a joke. Everybody does it.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Okay. How did you come to be in custody?
They came to my house they said they had a warrant for my arrest yesterday morning before work that I was unaware of. I had no idea.
And they just showed up at your house?
Yes, ma'am. And knocked on my door, ma'am.
How long are you going to be up north?
For 2 days, till Sunday.
Okay. At this time, the court will set a date and time for a pretrial conference. That will be April 2nd, 2025. That will be at 9 in the morning over Zoom before Judge Washington. The court will set bond with the following conditions. You are not to use or possess alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. By the close of business on Monday, March 10th, you are to report to community corrections for drug and alcohol testing. You will need $12 in a photo ID. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are not to purchase or possess any firearms, ammunition, or other dangerous weapons. Any that you do possess are to be surrendered. You are not to have contact with Jamel Alexander. Since you don't know this person, that should hopefully be easy, but that does mean no contact in person, through the mail, over the phone, the internet in any way, shape, or form, or through third parties. The incident occurred at your address.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Presumably this person does not live at your address. Is that an apartment complex or a house?
No, that is a house. So I've had, like I said, I have no idea who this is.
Okay. Well, and again, this should be fairly simple then. You're not to go to their residence, their place of work, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Not even if you are in.
My tendency is not to believe this, just on general principles, because otherwise, why would he be charged with a crime? However, if you're taking what the attorney's saying, he's no record, no probations, he's not in any trouble or anything like that, and he's just showing up in court and politely saying, "I don't know who the hell this person is." It's so strange to me.
Invited.
Yes, ma'am.
You are not to engage in any sort of assaultive, threatening, harassing, terrorizing, molesting, or stalking behaviors towards Jamel Alexander or anyone else. You're not to engage in any.
There could be a throuple angle. There could be
any sort of criminal activity whatsoever.
I don't have enough to play the clip, though.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are to appear for any and all dates set for you by the court. That includes, of course, the pretrial conference on April 2nd over Zoom. That also means going to community corrections before they close on Monday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these conditions will be entered into the Law Enforcement Information Network. They will be readily accessible to any police officers you may come into contact with. And if they have probable cause to believe that you have violated any of these conditions, they can arrest you on the spot and you'll be held for a bond violation hearing in front of a judge who may revoke your bond and set a new, more restrictive one. Do you understand all that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Attorney Moten, anything that you want to add?
First, I want to confirm that this is a personal bond.
Yes, the court will set a $10,000 personal recognizance bond in this matter. So what that means is you're not paying anything to get out. Basically, you're promising to appear for your court date and to abide by all of the bond conditions. If you fail to appear or violate any bond conditions, your bond will start at $10,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. And my next question, since 14B is closed, if he doesn't have access to Zoom, is there somewhere that he can go to set up? I told him he can come to the public defender's office, but I'm just wondering, do you all have any other alternative as well?
So there is still a tablet set up in the lobby. So the 14B side of the building is closed, but the 14B District Court is also attached to the Ypsilanti Township Civic Center. So that's where we're currently set up for operations. You can go there and there's a tablet set up. And
I'm going to use Ms. Fowler's word. She now is in a throuple. And not only does she choose to be in a throuple, and she's shacked up in the bed with the throuple. Now, if anybody thinks this is okay, I am in the wrong world.
Whitaker Road.
yes, that's the one that's
Thank
off of Whitaker. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that's all for
anything
me.
else?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Then, Mr. Burke, if you don't have any other questions about anything I just said, you're free to go to the door and tell the jail that you're finished.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Have a nice-
thank you. You too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I probably can't justify that throuple playing, but the clip is that good. It's that good. Sometimes you just get a gratuitous throuple thrown into the stream. All right, let me see if I can get this. Brecken claims she sent me one midstream. This is midstream, people. I'm going on the fly here. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, have a blessed day.
Yep, better one, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, who are we ready on, Mr. Barry? Let's go back on the record with Mr. Garner.
Judge.
Yes.
I just want to be able to show my job that I was at court today. So I'm about to just say goodbye again. Goodbye, Your Honor.
Goodbye.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
What?
This is the community service. If there's nothing further, sir, best of luck to you. Have a very good rest of your day.
What the hell was that? Oh my God.
Okay, and Your Honor, thank you. I appreciate you. I see you're a very good judge, and you will be getting my vote for mayor. Thank you again.
That's not me. That's my brother, but I'm sure he'll
take it.
Hey, I like him, so you getting it too. Peace and love.
Family.
Excuse me, Judge. Did you say Gervin?
Gervin, Jasmine Gervin. Who's the other Gervin?
Jaleel
Gervin. No, not you, sir. Not yet. I don't know if you're on the docket. Your cousin. I'm talking about your cousin.
So I got court today?
I don't know. You're supposed to know that.
I had came in early last week and you told me another day, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's today.
You should have wrote it down, sir.
I'm in the process of moving. My calendar packed up somewhere.
Your cameras.
My calendar. I wrote it down on the calendar when I was talking to you.
So you don't even know what date it is today?
Today the 21st, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. All right. Hold on a second, Mr. Gervin Brown. All right. You're a month early, Mr. Gervin Barnes.
I'm a
You
month
come
early.
March the 21st. Write it down on your calendar, put it in your phone. March the 21st.
Oh, look. Okay, look. The calendar that I got still up. That is the one. I put the right date on it then.
You just didn't look at it.
No, I didn't look at it for March. I'm looking at it for this month. It's on there though. I got it. I'm on point.
That's for March, right?
Yeah, that's for March.
All right, well, you're not on point because you're in this February 21st.
I ain't missed it though.
You do. Have a good day, Mr. Gerber. All right.
All right, see you.
All right, have a good one.
That was fun.
I'm gonna eat my donut. Landlord? You want a donut, Mr.
The attorney have shorts on?
Donut. You don't want a donut? Chocolate eclair? Not a chocolate eclair. Not a chocolate eclair. Yeah, you just that the other ones don't do it for you, huh? It's chocolate eclair, huh? I do like the occasional pooski. There's no pooski either. All right, Mr. Odom. Yeah. Can we give Mr. Odom, you know what I want to do? I want to appoint an attorney for you on the spot. So you can get an attorney. Can we get an attorney appointed for Mr. Odom right now? Let Judge Holmes know.
Okay. You said Judge.
No, not Holmes.
Garrett, right?
Let Judge Garrett know.
Judge, I know you're talking about Judge.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, well, Gervin Barnes is here. Let's see if Gervin Barnes has his dates right. What is the difference? I want you to have somebody today. Some of the judges. Well, okay. All right. So I understand. Hold on. Let me get this gentleman situated. 1 second, Mr. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, I really appreciate your patience, sir. I do. What I want to do is I want to get you a good lawyer so that you can have a conversation with them. And I don't want you to keep coming back and forth. And I understand now, I realize that you would have to plead guilty to at least something to get over to that court. And I understand your apprehension for that. So I'm told that we have Mr. Boffman that'll be here on Monday. Can you come back on Monday? Yeah. All right, come back Monday morning. And I'm gonna get you with the lawyer and you can have a face-to-face, one-on-one conversation with him. Express all of that, what you expressed to the court, and then we'll see how we can. That's only if I remain alive. You're gonna be alive. You're gonna be alive. No. Let's say
I had a PPO and a PPO, they committed fraud against the police officer, correctional officer. So now, they breaking in my house. They having a chemical romance with my manager. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff is going on.
All right. Well, listen.
They raided Third Circuit and was in a standoff with the security, trying to see who the best marksman is. The chief judge was scared to come out of her chamber. I'm being attacked in the courtroom. Nobody ordered the court for control. The centennial.
Well, we're gonna have some order in here, and we're not gonna let that. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
They might invade in your court. The marshals ain't.
Well, we're gonna have a problem because they're not gonna come up in here like that. All right. So come back Monday. You're gonna be alive. You're gonna make it. Come back Monday. I'm gonna get you with Mr. Boffman. All right. And then we're gonna figure out a way we can proceed with this stuff, okay? All right, I appreciate your patience, sir. Be safe and come back Monday morning. All right, you like one. All right, thank you, Mr. Gold. All right, that's it.
Yes, this is Tamika Gray.
Tamika.
I had a court. I had a court date today for the 21st at 9, and I went down there on 27th to pay my tickets, but she told me I had to come to court.
Mr. Green, good morning to you, Ms. Green.
Good morning.
Your matter doesn't start till 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock right now, so any formal hearings that the officers were supposed to attend before at 8:30, they haven't arrived. Well, everybody, Corporal Croxton is here. So I'm gonna give the officers a half-hour grace period from 9 o'clock to 9:30. If officers haven't showed up by 9:30, I'm gonna dismiss the case and get you out of here. If the officers have showed up, then I'm gonna get you in with a lawyer and have a conversation and they'll see if they can work it out for you, all right?
Okay, because right now I'm at the foot, with my eye doctor, and they were about to check out in a minute. So when I get home, you just want me to call him?
You have time, just mute your phone, and then what you'll do is *6 to unmute yourself. I'm gonna mute you, and when you hear your name, press *6 to unmute yourself, okay?
What'd you say, sir? Because I'm at the eye doctor. I can't really hear.
I said you have time. I said when you just mute yourself, and when you hear your name, press *6, okay? To unmute yourself.
So I release myself?
To unmute
At 9?
yourself, yeah. Well, whenever I call your name, it's gonna be
I can't hear you because I'm at the eye doctor. So I don't know these people.
It's gonna be a minute. So if you're gonna hang up and call back in, I'll let you do so.
Yeah, I just want y'all to know that because ain't nobody there, right?
There's somebody here, not just call back, Ms. Green, when you get out to the eye doctor.
Oh, okay. Because as soon as I get back at the eye doctor, because I want to make sure that
He surrendered. She's not going to understand *6. She's not going to get it. So just hang up and call back when you're done. Okay?
they know I call and I got the money. Can I kind of pay too, or I still have to wait to talk to the judge?
You gotta wait. Now I am the judge. You gotta wait.
Oh, okay. Because I got the money. So I wanted to come and pay it.
That's good too.
You tell the judge that you got to wait for the judge. That's rich.
All right.
Okay.
We'll talk to you in a minute, Ms. Green.
Okay. Well, I should be home because I'll be just quiet once I get home. I get home by 9:30. I should be. If not, depends on what time I get out of here.
Ms. Green, call back. Call back when you get out of there. Okay.
Okay. I'll be worried. Okay. Thank you. Have a blessed one.
There we go. Thank you, Brecken. That was fun. We kicked this off with the shameless repeat. In my defense, I did not know. Done it. I thought I might have already done it. Is my mic off now? Can you hear me? Oh, good Lord. You can't hear me? All right. See y'all.